Hi friends! So I went out and got the YSL Bare Look Tint foundation. So this is supposed to be like a tinted moisturizer, and I love tinted moisturizers, and I have tried other products by YSL and I really like them, so I thought I'd give this one a try. And I have tried it a few times before this video, but I will do a demo for you here today, and then I will talk to you a little bit about the product and my experience with it. So if you want to see all of that, keep watching. So let's talk a little bit about the product. This tube over here contains 1 fluid ounce of product, or 30 milliliters, and it costs 50 Canadian dollars. It comes in 20 shades and the finish is radiant. The shade that I have is NU2. So here's what they say the product is on the website. An ultra buildable tint with brightening efficacy due to its 90% skincare base, which is enriched with hyaluronic acid and mallow. And mallow is a flower extract that's supposed to help with softening the skin and conditioning the skin. The claims on the website are that it evens and enhances the skin. It provides 24 hours of hydration. It gives your skin a bare look and feel, and it's non-comedogenic. I'm just gonna get on my soapbox for a minute and just talk about this non-comedogenic claim. So first let me tell you what non-comedogenic is, and then I'll tell you my getting a little ahead of myself. So non-comedogenic just means that the product does not contain any ingredients that are actually going to clog your pores, which in turn can make you break out. So I would say I'll say for me, I take all of the claims that skincare products and beauty products have or make. I take them with a grain of salt, because I know at the end of the day, they're trying to sell products, and you can really zhuzh up your claims and really inflate them a little bit just to make your product seem better. Non-comedogenic is just that for me. I completely ignore this claim when I read on products, and here's why. The FDA has not outlined or defined any ingredients that actually are considered non-comedogenic. So it's just loosely defined that, non-comedogenic means that it doesn't contain ingredients that will actually clog your pores. But there's no standardized tests out there that are done by any governing body on any of these products to make sure that they're non-comedogenic. So no one's actually testing these claims. What might not clog my pores and cause me to break out may cause somebody else to break out. So it really depends on the person, on the individual. I think it's really, really important with any product, and I know I say this a lot in my videos, but I think it's really important for you to try out the product for yourself. Don't listen to me, don't listen to other people and how it worked for them. Take that with a grain of salt and try it out for yourself. See if it works for you, because this product is scented. I thought it was a bit overwhelming at first, but then the scent kind of dissipated, so I was fine with it. For somebody else, this might not work. When it comes to being non-comedogenic, there could be an ingredient in here that might break somebody out. Maybe it's the fragrance, who knows? But there could be something in here that might break somebody out, and it did not break me out. So really, you gotta test out the product, make sure it works for you. That's all I have to say about that. So a little bit more about this. It's a low to medium buildable coverage foundation, and its base is 90% skincare with 2 times more glycerin than regular foundation. So this product is also free from parabens, talc, mineral oil, and animal-derived ingredients. It's not fragrance-free, like I mentioned. It does have a fragrance to it. It's like a light musky scent. It's actually kind of nice, but I could see how it could totally bother some people. And the tube is made from 30% recycled plastic. So for the face demo, I thought it would be good if I use the product on half of my face, and the other half I won't put anything on it, just to kind of compare the two, and then we'll put it all over. But this way we can just see what the coverage is like compared to no coverage. So I will put about that much product on the back of my hand. It's about a pea-size amount. And I will use a beauty sponge to blend that in. So I'm just gonna take my mirror and just start placing the product. So I'll put this everywhere, even under my eyes and on my lids. So right away when I blend it in, it does feel really wet. Like I mentioned, when I put it on the back of my hand, it feels really wet and hydrating. It doesn't feel like a creamy consistency. The color match seems to be a bit on the light side. So here's my issue with their colors, with their shades, I mean. I tried to do, so my color is NU2. I tried to do NU3, but that one was way too yellow and kind of on the orange side, and it just did not look good. So I had to stick to this one. So honestly, I think you have to go up a shade if you can find a shade that actually matches you properly. That is one of my issues with this foundation, is the color matching is just not great at all. So I don't know if you guys can see, but this side of my face has the foundation on it and this side doesn't. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but when I look in the mirror, this side of my face seems really white and pale. Not that I'm not white and pale without anything on, but I mean, come on, this is pretty light. Other than that, it does dry. So I see what they mean by radiant finish. When you kind of look, like my skin does have a bit of radiance coming through. And when I touch my skin, it does feel moisturized and hydrated. But it just has, when I look at it, it has like a bit of a powdery finish. And so I've tried this foundation on a few times. And you have to make sure you have a lot of moisturizer on and your skin is super hydrated and ready to go for makeup application more than usual, because this will cling on to dry patches for dear life. There is one dry patch right here already starting to form. I don't know if you can see it, but it clung onto that a little bit. Right here, and I can see the texture quite a bit. Like it's a bit dry and starting to look flaky, so I know throughout the day that's not going to be cute. Other than that, the color does kind of start blending in a little bit with your skin tone, but not enough to like just, you know how with some tinted moisturizers you can kind of put on your face just to give your skin, you know, some nice color and coverage, just very light coverage, so everything looks one tone. This is a little too light for me. Just a touch. So I will definitely need bronzer and blush and all that. But other than that, it's okay. It's not bad for the price. Guys, I expected more. Under my eye here, I'm noticing that there's a bit of a dry patch here and it's kind of clinging to it. I don't know if you can see right under here. There's like a little bit of flakiness. And I have moisturizer on. Like I did my morning skincare routine. I have my Skin Fix Holy Grail Triple Lipid Peptide Cream, you know, the best of the best. And still, like, my skin is very moisturized, but I mean, it will just find a little dry patch and cling onto it for dear life. Okay, let's do the other side of my face, blend it all out. Then I'll put on the rest of my makeup and we'll talk a little bit about the product, the ingredients and all that stuff. So now before I go do my makeup, I just thought I'd do a little check-in. So I've applied it all over my face and I'm noticing just how blendable it is in certain areas, but in other areas not so much. So upper lip, you can really tell I'm wearing foundation. It's a little dry. I don't like how it's a little drying there. And it's also a little drying. It's drying on my chin a little bit, like in these areas. I'm not loving how it's blending in with certain parts of my skin, and even up here, it just seems to be like sucking all the moisture out of my skin. So I'm not a fan. It's not creasing though, so that's a bonus. Not really creasing, which is great. But overall, so far, not very impressed at all. So I have finished my makeup. I zhuzhed myself up. I did not put any concealer anywhere on my face. I just wanted the foundation to speak for itself, and I did not set it with setting powder. So I had some dry patches and I just did not want to make those worse, so no setting powder. I put on my blush, my bronzer, and I zhuzhed up my eyes a little bit, and here we are. So let's talk a little bit about this product. Let's talk about some pros and cons, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. So pros, it does look really thick at first when you put it on your skin and cream-like, but the moment you start blending it, it gets this beautiful, beautiful liquid-like texture, which is really nice and very easy to blend. Secondly, I found that it didn't crease. Like under my eyes, there's actually no creasing. So yeah, this is a lighter product because it is a tinted moisturizer or a tint, but really no creasing. So that's really fantastic. If you don't have an issue with scent, it does have a nice scent to it. It did catch me off guard at first, but you know, it's expected to, from me at least, from most high-end brands, for them to put a little bit of fragrance into their foundation. It gives them a little bit of poshness, I guess. But the good news about the scent, within like 20 minutes, it disappears, so you can't smell it anymore. And the scent is pretty good. I don't mind. It's like a light musk, which is really nice. Now let's get into some cons. First, the shade matching. Oh my God, when I put this on, I don't know if it showed up on camera the same, but when I went to do the rest of my makeup, my skin looked so pale, like so pale. And I know my skin is generally pale, but I mean, this was on another level. When I was at the store, I did try to shade match between two different shades. So this one, NU2, and I tried the one higher, which is NU3. NU3 was too yellow for my skin and like a bit on the orange side, and it just could not blend into my skin color. So I passed on that one, and I thought, you know, I'll get this one. I can really work with it and do a little bit of bronzer and just kind of give my skin some life, which yes, you can, but it just sucks because for the cost of this, they don't really have a lot of shades. They have 20, so not a lot of range, not a lot for you to work with. The next con, your skin has to be more moisturized than usual when you put this on your face because it will cling on to dry patches for dear life. You may think you have no dry patches because your skin feels super moisturized, but you're wrong. Just like I was wrong. I thought I was very moisturized and ready to go. I mean, I had done my proper skincare routine. I put on my holy grail of moisturizer, which is the Skin Fix Triple Lipid cream. I love that cream. It is phenomenal. Anyway, I digress. I had that on and still, nope. I noticed that after putting my makeup on and once my natural oil started to come through, some of those dry patches did improve, but the ones that didn't, my upper lip, still there's quite a bit of texture on it. Like you can really tell the texture when you come up close, and it looks a bit drier. My dry patch over here did improve a little bit, but it's still there. I can still see it. And on my chin, it's starting to flake a little bit. So I know the moment I put my mask on to go outside, this is gonna be a disaster zone. The other thing is the areas that improved, my forehead here, like right here, it did get better. And under my eyes, I noticed I had a dry patch here, and that improved. So bonus, with your natural oils, some parts of your face improve. But for the price, I just don't think that's enough. So finally, overall, did I like this product? It was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't the worst foundation I've ever tried, but it's definitely not one of the better ones or the best ones. I will be returning this. It's just too much work to try to get it to blend into your skin and make it work with your skin, for me at least. So I will definitely be returning this and not repurchasing it. I know that a lot of people really like this foundation, and that's great, but this is where I go back to my saying that you gotta try it out for yourself to make sure that it works for you. And this one just did not hit the mark for me. And for the price, I just expected better. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you liked the video. Hit that subscribe button to see what videos I come up with next. And let me know down in the comments below if you have tried this foundation. Let me know if it's worked for you or if it didn't work for you. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And let me know if there's any other videos you'd like me to make or any products you'd like me to review. I will see you guys next time. Bye!